Hi Capricorn, this is your ex-partner reading. It's going to be time span from the end of this month, March, to the first half of April, okay? I am later in doing your readings, so I'm doing it for that time span. Now, Capricorn, this is the row for you. This is the row for your ex-partner. We'll look at the cards at the centre and the cards at the bottom of the deck. So the card that you've got is the Knight of Swords. Now, this knight comes charging in with something to say, okay? Communication. I feel it's here suggesting that whether it's you or your ex, one of you needs to communicate something. I don't think it's so much here suggesting that either one of you are doing this. I think it's here to advise that either one of you, for whatever reason, need to do this. Now, Capricorn, the card that you've got is the Fool. So this is going down a brand new path, taking that leap of faith. It's come out in other readings I've done today, okay, at least one other anyway. And funnily enough, in that reading, I kind of saw it as though taking that leap of faith in terms of going back into the relationship. With you, I don't see it, Capricorn. I see it as you taking that leap of faith and going on a new journey, starting down a new path, but not in terms of going back to your ex. They have on their side the Eight of Swords. So this is a mental imprisonment. The swords are not keeping her there. They're not restricting her. She's restricted herself. She's got the blindfold on, okay? She needs to take the blindfold off and deal with it. Because the thing with the Eight of Swords is quite often it's not what we think. But it's us, it's our fear that's keeping us stuck. Our fears are not always the reality of a situation. So keeping oneself stuck, okay? So for me, that is talking about your ex, who at the moment I don't feel has completely moved on from this relationship. That may, as I said, be coming from an element of fear. Okay, especially if you've both been together for a long time, it can be fearful to move on. Now, the next card you've got is the Six of Swords. So this can be a card, again, of moving on. The Swords is to do with thoughts, communication. As I always say, we can remove ourselves physically from something or someone, but the thoughts go with us. But also the swords, as I said, can be communication. So it can be, you know, moving away from something that's been harsh in terms of communication, lots of arguments. The Six of Swords, moving away from turbulent water and moving into more calmer, peaceful shores here, okay? So again, Capricorn, I feel this is what it is that you are wanting to do. On their side, they have judgment. Now, judgment can be making harsh judgment about somebody else or feeling as though we're being harshly judged. Maybe your ex does feel that way. Maybe they feel that they are being harshly judged. But maybe they have harshly judged you. Judgment also can be about resurrecting, okay? So resurrecting something that we thought was dead and gone and bringing it back to life. So there may be an element of that attached here as well. Now, moving down, Capricorn, you have the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is new feelings, new emotions. But remember, there's only one cup here, not two. So sometimes the Ace of Cups, it can talk about a relationship, new love coming in. But the Ace of Cups can also talk about a change in our feelings and our emotions, as there's only the one cup there. So if you are deciding to move on, going down a new path, moving away from this because it's been very turbulent, and moving forward, then obviously there will be a change in your feelings and your emotions. Now, the next three cards you've got the Six of Cups here. You have the Devil, which is your card, Capricorn, funnily enough. And we have the Magician. So, the Six of Cups, nostalgia, looking back. It may very well be that you're looking back at this relationship at the times when it was good. Because the Devil card being there, it can talk about feeling tied and trapped to somebody. So there may be an element of you that did feel that way when you were in the relationship. But also the Devil card could talk about something that was toxic, okay? So I think for you, it's kind of like two sides here. One half of you often looks back at this relationship, as I said, when it was in its honeymoon period, when it was good, okay? But then the other half of you looks at this relationship when it started to become turbulent, toxic, not healthy. Then we have the Magician. A bit like the Fool card, really, but the Magician, he manifests what he wants. He has all the tools, all the ingredients at his disposal there to be able to manifest exactly what it is that he wants. Sorry, Capricorn, I needed to pause to have some water. Now, moving across to their side, we have the Seven of Swords. We have the World. And we have Death. So, Seven of Swords. That could definitely be sneaky energy, okay? Somebody lying, somebody being very sly, somebody doing something they shouldn't be doing. But also, the Seven of Swords can talk about somebody who sneaks off. You know, they end a relationship, but they don't give it the closure. They don't tell the other person. You know, they pack their bag and they go. Kind of the coward's way, if you like. The World card and the Death card. Well, look, the World card is the last card in the tarot. It says that we've completed one whole cycle, one whole chapter. That's now come to an end, and now we're going to start a new chapter. The Death card, it talks about the ending of something, okay? An ending that we knew, you know, that's not so destructive as the Tower. The Death card often talks about an ending that we knew was coming, okay? So look, was the Seven of Swords here to talk about that you, Capricorn, were the one that kind of snuck off and didn't give any closure? Or is the Seven of Swords here to suggest that your ex-partner did something that was very sly? Because I don't think the Seven of Swords, the sneaking off without closure, is your ex-partner. If we are talking about that card showing that energy, I would say that was more your energy. In terms of your ex-partner, I would feel it's more to do with them doing something that wasn't completely on the up and up. Card at the bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. Now, quite often, the Wheel of Fortune can be the card of getting back on that wheel and having the opportunity to do something again, but this time doing it in a different way. It's a very karmic energy, but I don't think it's there for that. not with the World card being here. I think the Wheel of Fortune is here to suggest there's going to be a change in fortunes. Maybe for both of you, maybe just for one of you. This relationship that you've both had is finished. I don't see a reconciliation coming back. And I think, Capricorn, if you're honest with yourself, I don't think you want it either. Okay, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon. Take care. Bye.